everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It really means the world to me. So I haven't done one of these in a while, and I have literally an entire bin full of minis and samples, which is what I'm going to be talking about. But the problem is I don't know how many I'm going to get through because if you know me, if you're new here, hello, how are you? I go deep into things and how they work and why they work and when they don't work and when people are trying to pull the wool over your eyes and fool you. So I don't know how many we're going to get through because I have a lot to talk about. With minis and samples, I can't speak to their efficacy because I haven't used them long enough, especially when we're talking about skincare. Certain things I can tell you, yes, it's good, you know, if it's an eye makeup remover, which I have a couple of those. And you are going to be surprised by some of these skincare items. You will find that they are not worth your money or your time. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I am not a chemist, I am not a scientist, I'm not a science teacher, but, and these are my own opinions, from the research that I have done, and I do extensive research. I look into the ingredients, what they mean, what they do, if they're harmful to you, and I'm going to give you my truth, which means I will probably never be on certain PR lists, but that doesn't bother me because my integrity trumps any PR list that is out there, because I want you guys to know what you're spending your money on, if it's good for you, if it's bad for you, and if it's worth it. So that being said, let's do a little bit of deep diving into some of these minis and samples that I've tried and finished up. Since you know I love to talk, I am a hot mess today because I had to come home from work and I couldn't get my door to close properly. And it's been happening the last few days, and I know what's happened. The saddle of the door is warped, it is wood and it's weathered, and I couldn't take it anymore because I couldn't get my darn door closed. So I changed my clothes, got out my belt sander, and had to sand down the saddle of the door for an hour, and now the door closes. So now that that's done, I kind of came up and touched up my makeup a little bit. Yeah, so that's that backstory. The first product I wanted to talk about, and I had a very interesting conversation with the woman in Sephora. Very, very nice woman who worked in skincare, and she was fairly knowledgeable. But a lot of these employees go off of what the reps tell them. The reps come in, show them the product, and then tell them their version of what it is. Now, this is the Sunday Riley A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. Now, what I found interesting about this is what the cast member told me was that this one was stronger than the Luna Sleeping Oil. And I had to disagree with her because, now retinoid is supposedly less sensitizing. They say, now see, the problem is I don't see enough research. The things that I've researched, it doesn't give me enough details. Retinol, which is vitamin A, is known to be effective. It is proven to be effective. I have experienced it being effective. Retinol is less pure than Retin A. Retin A is tretinoin, which is the prescription version of vitamin E. That is the strongest. Then we have retinol. Now, this retinoid is what is in the A+ serum. Supposedly is less sensitizing because it converts slower than the retinol into the skin, and that's what makes it less sensitizing. Again, it's a newer form of a retinol, and I'm not sure of the hype around it. But here's the other thing. It's really far down in the ingredients. So, of course, it's going to be gentler on the skin because it's not that high up. If you want a retinol to be effective, it has to be high in the ingredients. And you have to work slowly up to building up a tolerance. Your skin will get tolerant to it. I have no sensitizing. I can put retinol on my skin every night and not have a problem. So because this is a newer product and the retinoid is so low, I just don't know. But of course the rep came into the store and told the employees there that this is better than anything and it's stronger and all of this other stuff. And you know, I always say do your own research. For the products that I'm talking about, I've spent several hours breaking down the ingredients and researching them on multiple levels to see what my thoughts are. Again, these are only my thoughts, and this is just my opinions, but if you have experience with this or you know something more, please always let us know in the comments. I welcome feedback. I am not perfect. All of my information is not going to be perfect because it is my own research. So if you have things to add, I always welcome those comments down below. Now this one I can speak of. I'm sorry it is so dirty, but it was in the bottom of the bin. This is the Drunk Elephant T.L.C. Sukari Babyfacial. This is a very strong glycolic acid, which is your AHAs and BHAs. This stuff has all of the active ingredients very high up. You will feel this on your skin. You don't leave it on for very long. Again, I can leave it on for longer because my skin is tolerant to it. I will tell you that you will see results from this. This is extremely pricey, so I don't say run out and get it. I'm also finding similar effects with the Revolution skincare that I'm still working on. Only a couple of their products do I actually think work, and their acid peel is one of them. Also, The Ordinary has one as well that is comparable. But if you do like this product, I do like the humectants in here. They have a couple of fillers or like glycerin and things like that that are going to make it a little less harsh on your skin, but this is strong and you do have to build up to this. They recommend once a week. It is even too much for some people once a week. I can use this 2 to 3 times a week and have no problem, and I do like the results. I've been out of it for quite some time because it is pricey, and I do notice a difference. That is why I bought the Revolution Skincare to try as well. Okay, you ready for this one? This one's going to shock you. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I did a little deep dive into this. This little jar here is expensive. The full-size jar, which I should look up the amount. It is $100. Yes, I said $100. Now, if it is going to do miraculous things for your skin, sometimes $100 is absolutely worth it. And I would tell you if it was. In my opinion, this magic cream, I've used it. It feels very nice on the skin. My makeup goes on beautifully on top of it. But, and I can go over all of these. I wrote them down. Do you know what the first few ingredients are? Very fancy sunscreens. It does have glycerin, very high up, which is an emulsifier, which is a humectant. It's good for your skin. But after all of the sunscreens and a few other things comes phenoxyethanol. After the phenoxyethanol, by the way, that's a preservative. After the phenoxyethanol comes all of the other kind of pretty nice things for your skin. So essentially, my friends, you are paying $100 for sunscreen. And the reason I can see this working, if you want to say working, is because you are very effectively protecting your skin from the sun. The sun causes damage to our skin. Therefore, if you're protecting it from the sun, you're not going to get the damage from the sun. So, in my opinion, people are using this and saying it is wonderful, but they're just doing what they're supposed to do in protecting their skin from the sun, so they're not going to see further damage. I mean, I spent just on this, a good half an hour. I could name you all of the things. I have my list. I wrote down notes, people, so I could see what this was and what that was. And I don't know. If you know differently, this is my opinion. This is a $100 sunscreen. It feels great. Your skin feels beautiful because of the glycerin and the other humectants. But, yeah. That's my opinion on that one. Sometimes the fancy name and what everyone hypes up really is not necessarily worth your money. Allegedly. Now this, on the other hand, I can say that I think is pretty decent. Now this is the cream form. Comes in the serum form as well. But they basically have the same ingredients. This just has more of the emulsifiers in it because it is a cream. The reason this one is different is because this has tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. Yes, say that as much as you possibly can, because it took me a while. The trick about that ingredient, it's vitamin C, but it is a lipid soluble vitamin C, because vitamin C is water soluble. That's why you need the ferulic acid with it to make it work. This one, you don't need the ferulic acid because this one isn't water soluble. It's lipid soluble, which means you will get the penetration into your skin, and therefore it will do its job. Vitamin C is a wonderful antioxidant. It will fade your dark spots, sunspots, hyperpigmentation, and I haven't used this CEO in a while, the serum and this cream, and I can tell you that my dark spots have returned. I'm almost 50. I'm going to have a little bit of age spots. Anybody my age who hasn't had work done is going to. So I do believe in this one. If it doesn't have the tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, then you have, and it's vitamin C, then you have to have the ferulic acid with it. So that is one thing to look out for. And you do need the dark packaging, of course. Let's take a step off of the ingredient train for a minute because my brain's hurting. This is the Bobbi Brown, the Instant Longwear Makeup Remover. I used this up. I had gotten this in a little kit that I had bought some Bobbi Brown stuff in, and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. It took quite a bit to remove my eye makeup, so it was nice. I would say not my favorite. It's also probably expensive. I never looked up the price of it because this was just the sample. So it's not something I would repurchase, but if you like Bobbi Brown, I said it did work. Is it my favorite? No, but it was nice. It worked. It's just not something I'm going to get again. I finished up a little baby bottle of the Brush Bath from It Cosmetics. I can't speak anymore. This one I got at Ulta. I honestly prefer the solid cleansers. Can't speak again. The solid cleansers for my brushes. I just honestly find that the sprays, I mean, it's a personal thing. Do I think it did a decent job? Yes, but for my personal taste, I just want to wet my brush, swirl it in the solid cleanser, swirl it on my scrubby pad, and rinse it off. With this, I kind of find you have to rub it in, and I don't like the feeling on my fingers. I think it's good, but it's also really pricey. A full bottle, I think, is $28 or $30. So it's not something I would be repurchasing, but if you like a liquid cleanser for your sponges and your brushes, then I say it works good. This one I do like very much, and I am almost, can you believe it? I have almost gone through all of my oil cleansers, which is the first step in my cleansing routine. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. I really like this stuff. I hate the process of sticking my fingers into the balm. That is why I prefer the Tarte. What am I doing? What is this? I don't know what this is. The Tarte cleansing oil. I like that because it's in the pump. But this stuff is really good because it does not burn my eyes. Neither does the Tarte, by the way. But this is a wonderful cleanse to really take my eye makeup off and everything else with it. You kind of look like a melted painting when you're using this stuff. It doesn't break me out. It's non-comedogenic. So as far as a cleansing balm, I'm probably going to get this again, and I'll just deal with sticking my fingers in. I said because I have just a little bit left of my other stuff, and I really do like it. This little guy, I know I'm going back to the skincare again because I finish up a lot of skincare because I use it all the time. This is the Drink of H2O from Tarte. It is a lightweight gel moisturizer. It does have some dimethicones in it, so it is has a little bit of slip. I did like this. It's more for summer. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does have squalane in it. and it's not that far down. So it's not the best moisturizer, but I think if you have younger skin and you just need a little bit of hydration, the squalane is going to attract moisture into your skin, and then I would say this is good. I do like in the summer when you just want a little bit of hydration. It's not going to perform miracles, but it does certainly moisturize your skin and feel nice. I finished up one of my little, this is not the full size one, this is like a mini travel size, the Cover FX powder, but I really do like this. Problem is I have like 3 or 4 powders that are open, but when I go through these, I'm on the fence about getting this one and trying some new ones. But if you're looking for a nice setting powder that's not going to look very, very dry on your skin, I do really enjoy the Cover FX powder. This is the Drunk Elephant, the 100% virgin marula oil. Marula oil is very, very moisturizing for your skin. I think some of them, the cold pressed marula oils and things like that, you just want to make sure that it's pure and that it doesn't have additives in it. I don't think you have to spend the fortune on the Drunk Elephant. Just make sure where you're getting it from, look into it, and I said make sure it doesn't have any other things, because marula oil is beautiful and moisturizing and wonderful for your skin. And I really did enjoy using it because it soaks in nicely and it doesn't necessarily sit on top of your skin. Finished up another one of these darn things. And I look annoyed because I don't want to like these. I really don't. This is the Laneige Sleeping Mask. This is the apple one. Was this? Yeah. I got this like in a little set. I finished this one up. I have like 1.5 left. And gosh darn it, I like these. Why are they so expensive? I don't know, but they honestly, they work. They work. So if you like a little luxury, you like some taste, you want to feel fancy, I can't argue with you getting this because I personally really like it. I just hate pulling? I hate paying full price for it. I have a little baby of the Redken SPF 20. Is it SPF? Or PFP, or FPF. I don't know. Anyway, it is the Frizz Dismiss spray. I adore this stuff. I loved having the little baby that I could keep in my purse. I'm actually saving this bottle because I'm going to buy the larger one and then fill this bottle back up so that I continue to keep it in my purse. This is just really good. I use it as a detangler. I use it to refresh my second day curls because now I'm just a curly girl. Curly girl, that's it. I'm done with the straightening as much as I don't want to be. But if you need something that doesn't necessarily weigh your hair down, I mean, it's not a miracle worker, but I really, really do like it. So, yay for Redken Frizz Dismiss. I'm just going to go over 2 more products, and they are both makeup products. I have at least 30 over here, but I am not going to spend any more time on this. I'll have to just do another video. This is the Hourglass Mineralville Primer. Comes in a nice little luxe glass bottle with this nice little paddle applicator that's got like holes in it, so you get all the product. And I scraped the freaking thing clean because I love this primer. It has a slight opalescence to it. It's not flat, it's moisturizing, and it has a slight silicone, dimethicone feel to it, but not overly so. As I said, but the slight purple opalescence that it has when you put on your skin, you don't look crazy, but it just gives you this beautiful sheen to your skin that when you put your makeup on top, it is really good. It is stupidly expensive for a primer. Maybe not as expensive as the Charlotte Tilbury primer, which I'm going to be investigating soon. I'm on the hunt. But I really love this primer. When I go through some of my other primers, I may splurge on this. I don't know. We'll see. Finished up another tube of my baby. Well, I guess it isn't much better than Sex Mascara. I hate the freaking name. Why does everything have to have a sexual name? This is a PG channel. I don't want to say the word bleep on my channel. Do you know what I mean? It is a nice mascara. Is it all the hype that everybody always says it is? No, of course not. it's a mascara. But I do like the way it makes my lashes look. It makes them full. I think it looks great, but this is not the waterproof one. I just got the waterproof mascara in my, what is it, Sephora, haul for the VIB. And I want to see how I like that one and if it performs as well. But I cry. You know how that goes. And so this one does run a little bit. And also if you use a primer underneath it, because I love my $8 L'Oreal primer, lash primer, it really does make it even better. So that's it. That's my thoughts on that. I know I got really deep and really went into all of the ingredients and stuff like that, but I said I have to give you guys my honest truth. If I'm not honest with you, I'm not doing my job, and I take this job, it's a job for me, seriously. So if you guys have any questions about any of the ingredients, I said, because I didn't go into the naming all of the ingredients, I said, but trust me, I did some research, and the things I find out shocked me. So if you do have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. Please let me know if you tried any of these products. And again, if there's anything else that you guys want me to try or review or let you know about, I am always happy to do that because I love being your guinea pig. I do. And can we admire my shirt with the ears, please? You know me, I have to have things with ears on them. Soft and fuzzy. Anyway, that is it, my friends. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for dealing with my disclaimer that I have to give in the beginning. And of course, if no one has told you that you are spectacular, I'm telling you, you are. You're amazing. You're spectacular. And I love you. And of course, whatever part of the world you are in and around, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. I'll see you soon. Bye.